Today I'm going to teach you the basics of making chicken stock, and you can make it either in an Instapot, a crock pot, or a pot on the stove. If you're just meeting me, my name is 𝐂𝐎𝐋, and this is the 𝐋𝐈𝐍𝐊𝐒 Legacy, where I teach you how to save money on groceries. And one of those things is teaching you how to do things like our grandmas did, and we kind of forgot those skills over the last couple of generations. And saving money on using scraps and things that you're already using for your grocery budget and making stock helps save so much money. So follow along on this and we will show you how to make stock that you can keep in your refrigerator or your freezer and use anytime. We took all of the meat off of the chicken that we wanted off of the chicken, and we're going to take all of the rest of the dark meat and the bones and put it in the Instapot. And then we're going to add like 3 carrots to it and some of these celery stalk tops that I have here. And there's about 2 whole celery stalks here. I'm going to remove the root end, and then we're going to add an onion with the peel on it because that's what helps make that dark rich color that's so pretty with bone broth. And then I'm going to add about half of this head of garlic, and you can keep the skins on. Again, just remove the root end on that. And then I'm going to add about a tablespoon of black peppercorns and about a tablespoon of salt. Make sure it's either Himalayan salt or sea salt that you're adding. And then I'm going to put some fresh rosemary in here. I think I might go out to the garden and pick some sage also to add to the pot, but you don't need to do that. You can add dried herbs instead of fresh herbs in there. And then I'm going to fill this up. And if you're using an Instapot, then I would make this go to pressure for 1 hour and then let it naturally release. So it's kind of a 2-hour process if you're making it in the Instapot. If you were making it in a crock pot, I would just put it on high for 4 to 6 hours or low for 10 to 12 hours. And then if you are going to make this on a soup pot on your stove, just make sure that you're home and you don't leave your stove on, but I would just make it go to a boil and then turn it down to low. Let it simmer for about 4 hours until everything is all melded together and it just looks beautiful. And then we're going to strain it and I will teach you the next step. We added all of the ingredients into the pot and then we filled it up to the max line with water, and we're going to put the lid on now, and it has the seal on the inside. And then I always have to stand on my tippy toes. You want it to go facing the sealing way, not the venting way. And then we're going to turn it on, just do it for meat for 60 minutes. On. I totally forgot to add the apple cider vinegar into the Instapot, so make sure that you do that. It helps break down the bones and the marrow in the bones and get you a more nutrient dense soup. So for an Instapot worth of broth, I would say about 2 tablespoons of vinegar would do the trick. And also, the smell's amazing and it makes me want to make chicken noodle soup. So if you're looking for that recipe, we'll make sure to put it in the description. Okay, see where the steam's gonna come out? I always make sure it's not underneath my cabinets. That is a big thing. So sometimes even towards the end here, I will kind of flip it around even a little bit more. But it can damage your cabinets when you do this. And then this number right here, I can't remember what the LO means, but it means that the cooking process has been done and it's been sitting here for 36 minutes after the cooking process. So it's plenty of time. And then I take a wooden spoon and I go up here and I move it from sealing to venting, back up, to venting. Okay, the chicken stock has been in the Instapot and I'm going to put it through a strainer and into a bowl here. But remember that you're trying to save the stuff that goes into the bowl and don't accidentally like drain it in the sink. I was tired one day and I almost did that. So it's not pasta. You're not saving the stuff that's in here. You want to save the liquid. Okay, I'm going to actually dump this back into the stock pot again and add a little bit of apple cider vinegar, maybe another onion, some whole ground peppers and coarse salt, and do a second batch with the same vegetables and chicken. We are doing these final thoughts here as all of these different things are cooking. So We have chicken stock as the first project on this first video. So if you're watching chicken stock, make sure you follow this playlist. The next one will be beef stock, and then we'll talk about freezing and canning stock. So make sure you follow this playlist. In the description is going to be all of the recipes and links that you might need.